fellow cineenthusiasts, my name is Christina. Welcome to my channel, Let's Get Reels. Today is a very happy day in the movie world. Star Wars The Force Awakens is out today! Woo! And I am going to see it tonight in IMAX. I'm very, very excited to be seeing this movie. And I thought, let's celebrate and watch the original Star Wars movies, 4, 5, and 6, because those are the only ones that count, in my opinion, and I'm sure in a lot of other fans' opinions. So last night, I marathoned all 3 of the original Star Wars movies. I haven't seen them in years, and at the time that I saw them, I really didn't fully appreciate them, and now that I appreciate movies more and I understand Star Wars a little bit better because I can see why they're so culturally significant and how important they are to filmmaking and everything, I really, really enjoyed them, and I'm so looking forward to seeing The Force Awakens to see what the continuation of the story, the saga of Princess Leia, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, C-3PO, R2-D2, everybody, and some new faces that are going to be in there. I am so excited to see all these great actors in this movie and see where the characters are in their lives now, and it was just such a great time going back and watching the original Star Wars movies and really understanding them better, because my brothers are obsessed with Star Wars and I've always seen bits and pieces of them, and like I said a few years ago, I finally sat through all 6 Star Wars movies. The originals, of course, are definitely 10 times better than the prequels and 1, 2, and 3, and I love them, except for 1, 2, and 3. I absolutely love the originals. I thought they were so fantastic, and then watching them again, I can just see why so many people absolutely love Star Wars and why they think Star Wars is such a great trilogy, such a great saga. I love the way it started off with Luke and his story and him, eventually becoming a Jedi. I like how they threw in little things in the first few movies, and then they finally, came together in the third one, like Han Solo owning Jabba the Hutt, and it's like you hear about Jabba and how Han owes this guy money, you don't even know what he looks like, and again, he kind of comes up in the second one with Lando, and then in the third one, you finally get to see Jabba, and one thing that I really thought was cool about this movie is, like, the side stories, like Han Solo owing money to Jabba, and then, of course, because I am a shipper, I loved Han and Leia. I love their relationship. I love how they came together. I thought they were so funny. I am that kind of person who, if it can be shipped, if it's like fictional characters that can be shipped, I will be there. I'm mostly all over that shit like crazy. The characters are so wonderful in this movie. My favorite is Han Solo. I love Harrison Ford. Indiana Jones is one of my all-time favorite film characters, and it's probably because of Harrison Ford, because Harrison Ford is just such an awesome actor. Like, my brother and I were talking about this, you kind of like get the feeling that Harrison Ford just doesn't give a shit when he acts, and it comes through in his characters, and Han is just like, ugh, whatever, and he's a good guy, Han, and he's just really funny, and Harrison Ford was just so perfect as Han Solo. He was fantastic, and Han Solo is now one of my all-time favorite movie characters because I just loved him. I love the way he was just like, alright, let's go, ooh, devil may care. He was so much fun to watch. Leia is a badass bitch. I absolutely loved her. I loved how she was just not taking any of the guy's shit. She's like, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna do this, and if you don't like it, tough, I'm coming with you. And she really gave even like Darth Vader a piece of her mind. I loved it. I thought she was so fantastic doing that, and she wasn't like afraid of anything. She just went for it, and that's so rare in female characters. Even at the time these were made in 77, 80, and 83, strong female leads like that, like Leia, weren't really that popular and weren't really in movies that much. So I absolutely enjoyed seeing Leia. I loved her giving crap to Han. I thought that was so hysterical, and he just like gave it right back. They were bickering so much. I'm still on the fence about how I feel about Luke. I think he was a whiny brat throughout the whole movies. He kind of annoyed me. At the end, he redeemed himself a little bit better. You know, he conquered or whatever Darth Vader and the dark side and all this stuff. That was cool. That was interesting. But for like the most part, I thought he was just a whiny brat. He was so annoying in the first one. And, you know, I guess as the movies went along, he kind of like toned down his brattiness and he became kind of cool. Darth Vader, even though, like I said, I watched it a few years ago, I never understood the appeal of Darth Vader and why he was like so popular. I'm like, guys, he's a bad guy. That was my thinking. Like, he's a bad guy. You're not supposed to like him. He's not supposed to be on pajamas. He's not supposed to be a costume and all this stuff. I get it with the voice and all that stuff, but I finally see it. I finally see Darth Vader and why he is just so popular and why he's such a cool bad guy. I mean, besides the voice, besides James Earl Jones doing the voice and that just totally kicking ass. I love the voice. I love how he was this voice of this villain. But Luke saw that Darth Vader had a soft side and he tried to appeal to that. And I think that's kind of what made Darth Vader a little bit more dangerous. Like, he started off as Anakin Skywalker, as this good guy, as you see in 1, 2, and 3. And then he just became evil. He gave in to this dark side. It was easier. It was, you know, everybody wants power. Everybody likes to get drunk with power sometimes. And he did have that good in him, and I liked how Luke did that and appealed to his dark side. I think that was actually a good weapon that Luke used against Darth Vader. You know, Luke knew there was goodness in him, and he tried to appeal to that father-son aspect, and then he appealed to that nicer aspect of Anakin, of Darth Vader, he knew was in there, and that finally broke Vader down and, you know, defeated him in a way. I really thought that was genius. That was so great. That whole kind of story arc I thought was pretty cool. And then you get to see, like, you know, in the first 1, 2, and 3, you get to see where Anakin comes from and that he was a cute kid at one point, you know, and he did want to be good, but he did give in to the dark side. R2-D2, maybe also one of my favorite film characters, if that's possible. He is funny as hell. Like, I loved how, you know, everybody would say, "Are you kidding? What are you doing? No, we can't do this." That was really cute. I thought he was just funny, and he just went for it. I loved how he was just like, "Screw you guys, see you later. I'm going whether you tell me to hold back or not. I'm not listening. I'm going in where the gunfire is. I'm going over here." Fantastic. He was just so cool. So I'm very, very excited to see Star Wars The Force Awakens. I'm excited to be going with my brothers who have been Star Wars fans since they were very, very little. And I'm just excited to finally be part of something that's so culturally significant. And I'm excited that I finally understand why Star Wars is so culturally significant and important. And watching these 3 movies, you see how important they were to just film history. You know, it was like the first time something like this had been done. It was just so cool. I loved all the sci-fi aspects of it. You know, it was really interesting to see what they thought was gonna be in the future, and I'm really excited to see in The Force Awakens what kind of new technology they use from today and incorporate it into the movie. There's my excitement about Star Wars and having sat through it again and appreciating it more. I'm very, very excited to see The Force Awakens. I hope you guys are too. If you liked this review in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below so we can discuss Star Wars, we can discuss all the characters, and whatever you want to discuss about Star Wars, let's do it. Leave comments down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button right there so you can watch my other movie reviews, because that's what I like to do. I review movies on this channel every week, 3 times a week. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.